Is someone actually paying for this?
Mac,
Yes.
Mac, can you
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Mac, can you point out where the TV is for Damon?
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's your only job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Extra TV.
That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes the other guy. Ugh.
Damon.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
First
Did I just say that?
Yeah. I'm first.
I thought my guttural
Yeah.
described that to a T.
So,
The other guy is adequate.
that's what I'm told.
We were told that we have a sponsor for this week. We're also told that you have to read the ad. That is, I just found this out. Now, I will give you a little white lie. He did tell me we had a sponsor, but he did not tell me that you had to read the ad as part of the ad stipulation.
Oh, really?
We're putting it on this TV
Okay.
to your left.
And this is a
Now
real
hold
sponsor?
up your hands.
Yeah.
It's the one that makes the L.
Yeah. Loser. Like
now, if you do it this way, it's like my name.
Right.
2 L's.
2 L's. 2 losers.
2 losers.
All right. So, we have an ad. We have
Ready?
somebody. Yeah. I guess
Yeah,
this
go ahead.
is a sponsor. I'm real good at reading sponsors. I do this all the time. This episode of That Checks Out has an anonymous sponsor, and it's for fans of the greatest football franchise ever. If this is my cousin, I'm going to punch him in his face. I know this is right now.
All right, you're right here
I
at
don't actually
Ever,
know if
the
it's your
team.
cousin.
Right here, the team.
Yeah, I think I'd rather pay for the episode.
Fine, all right, here you go.
I'd
Fine.
rather pay for the episode.
I'm going to read it either way. The
not
team
reading
that
this.
is steeped in tradition,
I'm not reading
intensive
this.
rivalries, and shares a unique bond with its
False.
fans. This team has brought us such thing as the Lambeau Leap,
False.
public ownership,
False.
riding children's bicycles to training camp, and the
False.
13 world championships. That's right. I'm talking about the Chicago Bears. Oh, I'm sorry, Green Bay Packers.
Thank you. See, cleaned it up a little bit. I'd rather just pay for the episode. I'd rather just pay. It is.
Honestly, did they
can't.
send you this to you in WordPad?
See,
Did they send this to you in WordPad?
this episode
No,
will be released on my
it's a-
birthday.
This episode will be released on my birthday. I thought it'd be appropriate to acknowledge an elephant in the room, not my reflection. Did you write this?
No.
I love football. I love winning. Unfortunately, I realized that for 49 years as my team, the Chicago
knows.
Bears, just aren't getting it done for me. So I'm going to start off the last year of my late 40s with a...
Oh. Not last year.
yeah.
Still my last. I'm
Yeah.
still my late 40s.
Yeah.
Mid.
No, I'm just going to have late 40s.
Oh.
7, 8, 9, 0.
789. 0.
Zero. Remember, we get
Yeah,
zero.
that's how it goes. We get
Late
0.
40s with a joyous Go Pack Go and a heartfelt Bears still suck. And that checks out.
Okay, so I know.
I would say the opinions of our sponsors are not necessarily the express opinions of That Checks Out with Damon and Ted.
No, this guy sucks. The guy that sent this, he's an awful
Is there more?
person.
Is there more? Okay.
No, he's an awful person.
But they're
Awful
anonymous.
person. Huh?
They're anonymous.
Yeah, they're anonymous. All right.
They're back.
Yeah.
They're Balky Batanamous.
Yeah. Like I said, hey, listen. If he sent you cash,
Go, Pack,
send
go.
it back. I got this episode. All right.
Well, if Mac's smart,
Send
if Mac's
send it
smart,
back.
he's going to
Yeah.
cut all
Mac's
of this
like-
out.
Mac's like, oh yeah, I sent it back.
Yeah, I sent the money
it
back.
He's got AI reading in my voice,
That's
and
exactly
that's
what
why
I was just going to say.
yeah, he's
I
got
was just
AI.
showing Jerry ChatGPT over here.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Can you make a dumbass read this?
Sounds just like him. Oh my god.
Voice.
I would like to thank the Green Bay Packers for being great at riding bicycles.
I like pizza. Yeah, just start screaming random stuff.
Have you seen my baseball?
Yeah. So
How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
above the Frank.
I really, really, really love the guy, but I want to punch him in the face right now, and I'll pay for this episode. So I'm just telling you, it's
Well,
anonymous.
he is that upset.
It's
that-
anonymous because I will not.
Because
It's blasphemy.
I'm not giving you your money back.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, Brian's like, we had a transactional agreement.
yeah. I don't know.
It did not. It did
he
not reflect.
started reading.
Yeah,
He's illiterate.
it does
I
not
already-
reflect
I
what
already
Damon said. I
already
took your
paid the
money.
transfer fees on it, you know.
That's what it is. That's what it is. He's like, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Sit back and
Tell him
cost
it.
me like
Yeah,
$3
tell him it's a $75 restocking fee.
yeah. I will. So we're gonna have to double this up.
Don't
here.
forget, if you do send in an actual sponsorship, we will take your money.
Yeah. So that might have been an actual sponsorship. I just can't read it. I can't. There's no way I can do that. Plus, the Bears are so awesome. It's unbelievable. Anyway, now what we'll do is I had something queued up for the beginning, but since we had a fake sponsor already, I will. I'll wait and I'll do mine a little later.
You'll save that one. All right.
I'll do mine a little later, so you can just sit on that one, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I got a couple things I want to go over. First off, I want to say something. This week, I was a great husband because I took time off work and took my wife to the doctor, and then came back home. I was a good husband.
Was it the butthole doctor?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it on here.
No,
what
I'm
I
not-
can say is
I'm not
when-
as interested now.
when people were talking and asking questions like medical questions, I went full Damon where I was just like, no one's asking how I'm doing. No one's asking if I'm hungry. No one's asking what I ate today. I was actually kind of pissed.
Did you fast today? I did.
Yeah.
I did fast today.
They didn't ask me. I wrote these questions down. I go, first, I'm a great husband. I put exclamation points behind it. But they didn't ask me if I was hungry. They didn't ask me if I'm allergic to anything. And then I put, when's it going to be about me? Because I was so frustrated when they're asking all these questions. I'm like, I know the answers to these questions, but they're not about me.
What? I've never been to a doctor and then have them go, hey, are you hungry?
Yeah.
I can eat.
Well, when you have to fast for a procedure,
I can eat.
you know what I mean? So you just,
Well, yeah,
hey,
did you fast? Is
Yeah,
one
are
question. Are you hungry? Is a different question. Because I could fast and eat. And still, both times the answer to
Right.
the are you hungry question be like, yeah,
Right.
I can eat.
well, but that's a weird thing to ask too, like ahead of time when you're like, hey, so I can't do anything about the hunger
Well,
right
what I
now.
like-
Why am I asking about your hunger?
I like is I'll get like orders I'll go to the doctor today.
Yeah.
In May.
Yeah.
We need to see you in September. Go and get lab work in August. In the end of August. I'll go in the end of August.
Right.
No other instructions. I get are you fasting? Well, I hope so. Because if I haven't been fasting, it's a little late to tell me now.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like, have you been fasting today? Well, I'm glad I know that now.
For 37 seconds. When did you start talking to me?
Yeah. When's the last time you ate? Now.
Yeah. You pull the sucker out of your mouth?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. You just put it back in.
Well, I haven't eaten anything.
I mean, it's
I've had a
lollipop.
couple licks on this.
Yeah, it's a lollipop.
No more than 3 because I'd be to the center.
You get to the center. That's Mr. Al says so. So, but yeah, no, I just thought I wanted to point out I'm such a good husband. And
Yeah,
I even
that
said,
you waited for 2 questions to be like, when's this about me?
I would sit there and I'm like, no one's asking me anything.
I get that she looks very jaundiced, looks like she can barely hold her head up, but I am also here.
Yeah. Did I not drive?
Does
Yeah.
no one see?
Yeah.
Did no one see me?
Yeah. Hey, over here. But it was.
I am one half of the 756th most popular podcast recorded at Audio High Podcast Studio.
Yeah.
How do they not know it's me?
But I love though because at the end, so they're asking her the questions again, like how do you feel, because we're gonna go home, and she says, and they said, so you can eat whenever you're ready, eat normal, do this, do that, and
Oh, if you made a zipper sound,
no, but I just thought it was funny when they said that. I was waiting for them to be like, are you gonna eat or this? That I was just gonna be like, I could eat, and I was just waiting, and they're like, they never put it on a T for me. The whole time I'm like, when's this gonna be about me? You know what I mean? And I want to say what a good husband I am. Again, I should reiterate that because I put myself aside.
I don't know if anyone else has caught this.
Yeah.
It's been at least 4 times
What?
that we haven't really gotten anywhere into this story. You've reiterated, I'm a really good husband.
Okay, so you understand?
No. I believe I said
So you
that
understand.
you reiterated
Okay, but
that you think you're a really good husband.
Right. But you're getting the point. Is what I'm saying.
That you think you're a really good husband?
Yeah,
Yes.
you got the point.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yep.
Jerry, you're on board. Thumbs up.
Wait, what?
See, Jerry gets it. That's all that matters.
Oh, well, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, just to make sure, 2 weeks in a row, Jerry made it.
Yeah, pretty solid.
We don't have to worry about if he's dead or not.
Pretty solid.
Huh?
Huh?
Who did we bury in Michigan? What?
Nobody.
What?
Nobody.
Wait,
we were never in
what?
Michigan. Remember? We're never in Michigan. So, how about you? Anything good happen this week?
Did anything good happen this week? Well, I went to my mom's house, helped her do some stuff because it was Mother's Day recently. I don't remember what day today is, but Mother's Day was recently, and she was like, I need to take stuff down for the big pickup for garbage.
Oh, okay.
So I go there because I know my mom. She'll try to do it herself.
Oh, yeah,
even
for
though
sure.
even though she's barely mobile.
Right. Doesn't stop her, though. She's still going to do it.
She wanted the chandelier that we took out.
Mm-hmm.
I say we. You did nothing. That was it.
Hmm.
I was like, what else? No, nothing else. That was it. It's a circle. You could have wheeled it down to the end of the driveway.
Could have rolled it.
Or
Bowling.
this could fit in your garbage can.
Yeah, bowling for curb. Just roll it from here.
And then,
Really?
Yeah. And then she's like, anything else? Well, it's too big to do right now. Because I was like, anything else before I go? Well, I got one more thing, but it's too much work. What is it? Well, there's a tree growing through my lilac bush back here. And it was probably the circumference of my arm.
Right.
I literally went out and grabbed her like the loppers, like just cut it right off. Like that was it. You wanted me to come back down to do that. It took all of a minute and a half.
Hey.
What you know what I did with it? I marched it out front and like just leaned it up against her pine tree up front. I'm like, hey, now you got a new tree up here.
Yeah.
It's a new tree for you.
But she's just looking for a way for you to come down there. You
No.
didn't-
She really thought that it would take me too long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But
Well, I was like, Mom, I'm not using
you're not busting out of jail.
I'm not using
You're
your
not using a
strength
file.
or
a file.
or using like
Yeah.
your
Shh, guard's coming.
your dull kitchen knife.
Yeah. That's what you got. You got one for like dull kitchen knives, and you're like, hey, guard's coming. Then you stop.
Yeah.
You got to lay
But
down.
She
Yeah.
has become quite the fan of, and this is a free plug for AJ's in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Quite the fan.
Really?
Yeah, because I one time went
They
there.
do have really good food.
I went to, and I got, she said, oh, that was, I think I told her this in the podcast. I was almost there, and she's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'd really like? If someone would feed me
Right.
I'd really could go for like a roast beef sandwich or maybe a nice cheeseburger. So I got.
And if somebody's 4 minutes from my house,
Yeah.
they could do it.
Hey, you know what? You know who you knew was already en route? Me.
Yeah.
So I stopped there, and then she.
And you have Branson money, so
Yeah.
you definitely have
yeah,
AJ's
I mean,
money.
it's her money.
Yeah.
So I got a cheeseburger and Italian beef that day, and then
Right.
someone asked her a few days later, "What do you have a taste for?" She's like, "Well, I had a cheeseburger that day. I'm still kind of hungry for one, but I really want a lot of onions." So I guess they ordered from Burger King in town.
Okay.
Sorry, some store in town, and they ordered extra onions, and apparently that meant to put an onion on it, like not even like a slice of onion, just
Oh,
like
so
a,
she
just
didn't-
oh,
she was
oh,
not
she was
happy.
upset. So then next time I was like, fine, I'll just get you another one. So I went to AJ's and asked for extra onions. Seems like a suitable amount of onions. But then yesterday I forgot and I didn't get extra onions, but there were more onions on it yesterday than there was the time I asked for
Maybe
extra
they
onions.
learned.
Maybe they did.
Maybe they
know.
learned.
Maybe they know when they run the Branson money card, they're like, oh, it's this
Oh,
guy.
This guy's got onion money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting onions on this thing.
But every time I get the Italian beef and I get a cheeseburger and I take it there and I cut them in half and I take half and I take, because I know she won't eat that much.
Right.
And I'm trying to eat less. So I don't need a full Italian beef or a full cheeseburger.
Right.
So I cut like a third of the Italian beef, put it on my thing, cut the cheeseburger in half, put all the onions on hers, gave it to her. And then later, she's like, "Did you want the rest of this sandwich?" "No, I bought it for you." You?
Yeah.
Like this was for you. It's like, you can have it tomorrow, right? Like, unless you're going to call me tomorrow and be like, "I wish someone would feed me."
Hey, go to your fridge. Get out the bag.
Oh, and then she's like, "Oh, there's a spider web. Can you get it?" So I got like the Swiffer out. And then literally once I had the Swiffer, she literally like became Tom Sawyer. "Oh, hey, you know what's really fun? There's a spider web in all the corners I can't reach." And so then I started like, I
Right.
literally just walked around, did all of the ceilings. And
So
the
you're like a
corners.
hero.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a borderline
and
hero.
and then she's like, "I'm really glad we're getting this done." And I was like, "Oh, did you learn something from Damon that day?"
Hey, first off, we never did address this, but who was the hero that day?
Me.
No, I was.
I don't not. No,
I was.
I was.
Even your mother
I
was
was.
quite proud of my accomplishment,
It
my
was,
contribution.
it was my footprints in the sand because I was carrying you.
Oh, my head said fudge. Yeah, but no.
Peach fudge.
But I really thought that this would have come up before because you should have thanked me several times.
But then
we've
yeah.
been together.
And then I had to drive home, and because it is spring in Illinois, I had to drive home via Kentucky because every road is under construction.
Oh, correct. Yes, correct.
And
Yeah.
oh,
gross.
that's what I want to talk to you about. Can I talk about this? I work in Joliet. I do not live in Joliet.
Mhm.
Joliet, Illinois. For those of you that are not from the area, and you look up on a map, go to Chicago, come southwest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's there.
it's there. Anyway, the other day my GPS did not say a road was closed. It said, and I get there, and there's one guy from a certain construction company. I'm not going to name, but I'm sure you know who it is.
Oh yeah,
They're the only ones apparently that can get jobs around here because they bid a nickel. It
Yeah.
takes 7 years to do anything.
something bag construction. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Literally one guy with a stick that's kind of painted red.
Yeah.
He's just like,
It was at one time.
he's just doing this. He's just waving his arm, very lackadaisically, very lackluster. And I have my turn signal on. He's just, and I was like, I don't understand. I don't think you understand this, sir. You cannot just decide that you want to shut the road down because you got a guy that wants to drive down the middle of the thing with a bulldozer at 4 miles an hour. Because you know how I know this? Because today I went down the same road. There was no guy. There was no lackadaisical thing. I get halfway down. There's a guy he's got his thing up. He's got the stop. At least he's got the stop flag, the slow stop.
Okay, yeah, I
thing,
got you.
pole. And then he's like, literally, he's got it up at stop. And then he's like vigorously like putting his hand up, like, stop. No, I'm the first guy in line. I get it. I wanted to pop my head up. Like, I get it. It says stop, bro.
I know what it says.
I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Like, I know you can only see the
I
slow
stop at the sign.
I don't know. You can only see the slow side
Right.
because
Yeah.
the stop side's facing
I
me.
understand your side
then
is self-destruct.
He puts it on the ground because he's going to go move his truck because he realizes his truck is too far out for us to get around it. And then he starts putting a hand up for the people behind me. I'm like, they're not coming through me, guy. And if they go around me, I don't care if they take you out.
Yeah.
So settle down.
You got an attitude.
And then
I
he,
really
like,
don't care if you make it.
He puts his car forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, kind of rocks it back and forth. Gets out. It is moved, not even a whisper.
Yeah.
And then he like puts his,
Ta-da!
hand, puts his hand back up and he's like waving to go around it. And then I go around him, and then there's like, you can't get through the road because there's trucks and like, why are you letting us down? Now when I went by 3 days ago and he waved me by, the guy with the little stick waved me by. I looked down, I can't see anyone for 4 miles because you know it's Illinois, it's flat.
Right.
You can see to Kentucky.
Right. Yeah.
Saw nothing. But the one time they waved me around, I can't get through because there's literally a guy in a bulldozer going 4 miles an hour.
Now we all have to back up.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fudge.
Oh, they didn't say fudge.
said fudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was like, well, here's the thing.
But it's construction
Sure,
season.
for construction. You can shut down the road, but you can't shut the road down and not put a sign somewhere up ahead that says, by the way, don't turn down this road.
Yeah. Or detour.
Detour, anything.
Detour.
Literally, did not wave me off until I was in the turn lane, turning into the thing. He's like, "Oh, well, hold on, I got a stick, bro,
Yeah.
bro,
Bro, did you see the stick?
bro.
Yeah.
I
stop.
literally have a paper towel tube size stick. Let's calm down.
Sounds adequate.
Let's calm down."
Sounds very
And I am gently waving you past. I should have just waved. I should have put up my stick,
Yeah, right.
my toilet paper size
Bro.
stick, and been like, hey, bro, look, I got a stick too.
Bro. You're number one also, sir. By the way, thanks for labeling yourself slow. We already know on the backside of the sign what you are. We appreciate that. So, you know what's weird, though? Those guys probably make like $92 an hour to stand out there in the sun and smoke cigarettes. Most of them are chain smoking while they're doing it.
Yep, waving a stick.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, you're getting paid to chain smoke, hey?
All right.
All right, that's cool. Well, hey, whatever don't go in from the
Maybe-
lungs, go in through the skin.
Maybe that's what the warning was. The slow wasn't telling me to go slow. He's warning me that the bulldozer is up
Yeah.
ahead.
Guys, the bulldozer's really slow. Yeah, really. He turns around and
Real
says
slow.
really. He painted really on it in finger paint. So, but no, I get the same thing. It's construction season in Illinois. It's definitely going to suck everywhere you try to go. So then when you drive around, guess what happens? Everybody else knows the same routes because now you have stuff like Waze and everything else. They don't have to know how your subdivision works. They just go right through it. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's something. That's the one thing good about living in a subdivision that has 700 houses, one in out.
Yeah.
There's one way in and out of my subdivision.
Right.
Brilliant. You know what? It also has about 17 roads that just dead end in a field,
Right.
and you
Correct.
can see like, oh, if it just goes that far,
Yeah.
there's
You know,
another road.
you're talking about like another 100 yards of concrete. We'd be able to get out on a main road. Wow, that's kind of weird. So no, I wanted to bring up one thing you are probably aware of. I'm not going to use any names, but I think Facebook or all social media now should have a HIPAA law where you cannot expose too much personal knowledge about yourself. Follow what I'm saying?
Oh, I follow you.
I think there should be a HIPAA law. I think Facebook. It's TMI. Okay, it's not necessary, and I think realistically, what should happen?
I think it's TTMI. It is too much information.
Too much information. So, and I think first off, some people they're artists. They paint pictures. You're like, okay, here's the problem. I just painted that picture in my head. I don't need it. Okay, I didn't order it. I don't want it, and I honestly don't want to know. I want to know if you have a good sandwich here. I want to know if you met Donnie Wahlberg at Wahlburgers. How I threw that in there?
Wow,
'Cause
I was gonna say,
I
wow.
did meet him. Yeah,
Wow.
I went there. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I went. 'Cause
Hey, did this story
I did.
suddenly turn out to
'Cause I
be
did.
about Damon?
Yeah, because you know what's not? My wife's doctor's appointment. Okay, so this podcast is about Damon. By the way, did I mention I'm a really good
I mean,
husband. I'm a good husband.
do we
Like it should get flagged for removal.
right, but do we metaphor this? Do we dance around what was said, or do we just
No, I think you just. I don't think you even need to say what everybody knows. Everybody has
Okay,
friends that
I'm-
give too much information.
Okay, I'm
Whether it's
fine.
about body parts or whatever it's about.
I will agree to your terms. I'm going to whisper to Mac. It was about cat stuff,
Yeah, but
but not cat stuff.
only he hadn't said cat. That's
Cat
how it is.
stuff.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but
Yeah. I whispered it to Mac. We're cool.
that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, we're good.
Nobody heard that.
No,
I didn't
fine.
hear nothing. Yeah, so I didn't hear nothing. But no. Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. But my thing is it's like I'm not your doctor. Okay, I'm not going to report to your doctor, and I don't need any of the information.
Yeah,
that
this
your
was
doctor
information
has.
that even if you're a medical professional, you'd be like, you know what, I didn't need to know that.
I got to be honest with you. This is
There
information.
there are Googles and creams for that. Let's pass off.
If I texted this to my wife, I'd have a restraining order against me. Okay, she'd be like, I don't want to know that, and I'm married to you for like 21 years now, 22, 21, 21,
you know what?
21. Everybody,
You know what? I hope
21?
she-
We go with 21.
I hope. No, I
go with
don't.
21.
I still don't want her to text me.
It's
about
21. No, but it's 21. But my point is it's like that's what it breaks down to. I really think they need like a HIPAA setting. Like maybe I could just turn it on so it
Yeah.
just filters.
Yeah.
That would be a HIPAA filter. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have HEPA filters at home.
it. Yeah,
HIPAA
if
filter
it
online.
literally just like as you're scrolling past, you see their name and it just goes, "Bruh, we got you."
Yeah, we
You're like,
understand.
"Oh, I hip it right there."
Yeah, yeah. It brought.
Yeah.
It brought him.
It's hip
For
to
Damon.
PEA.
Yeah, it brought him. That would be great if it just.
What
like,
was
brought-
weird, guys? What was weird? It was two different people,
Yeah, same body part.
same body.
Same body part.
Who said anything about body part?
Yeah.
Two different people, two different cats, back-to-back days.
Back to back days. Yeah. So, and like I said, it
Hey,
just,
everybody! As long as we're talking about this, let me throw out that.
sharing is caring.
Yeah.
And if you care about me, you'll stop sharing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I'm at. That's what I'm saying. So, but no, I think there should be a HIPAA
That
setting.
reminds me-
That was my thing.
I'm
Just not social
surprised. There is a commercial online for a store, I think in Alaska,
Mhm.
and that Service is Selling is the name of the commercial. I am surprised that those guys have not sponsored us in our.
selling is service.
Yeah, you
Service
know what I'm
is
talking about,
selling.
right?
Oh, yeah.
The way
Oh,
you
I
said
know.
sharing is caring. That's
Yeah.
exact. service is selling. And there's that one person.
Selling
There's that
is
one person that
service.
goes, selling, service. Like, maybe not give her a line.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah. I'm not reading this.
Oh, yeah.
Turn
Oh, yeah,
over.
There's one where I am in a mood and I don't want to serve you. And literally reading the script. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't you couldn't remember four words?
Yeah. You had 4 words.
You had 4 words.
Yeah.
And you suck.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get that HIPAA setting going. TikTok, everywhere. I want HIPAA. I want it everywhere. I have fun facts. Before we start fun facts, this is something I saw online. This is a former Disney employee hacks into system. Okay, so I love Disney. Former Disney employee hacks into system, changes prices, and adds profanity to menus. Okay, get this.
I'm down.
Gets 3 years in prison. Now that's
That seems a bit much.
pretty steep. Guess what else is coming? And has to pay Disney $700,000
For what?
because they're Disney. Why would you ever do anything if you have to
Yeah,
lawyer up
that's
against
true.
Disney? If you
Let's
if you
just say
do
people
anything-
that when you're driving by and you see like a daycare and they've painted, bootleg Mickey on their wall, you're like,
Right.
man, get ready for your bill.
I was gonna say, and you know what's
Also, why does Disney have to go after that?
Yeah.
Everyone knows you didn't sponsor that daycare.
right.
We're Mickey,
Well, they use that font.
yeah,
they
Mickey.
use that font.
yeah,
or they use some, yeah.
Which was weird because you can do that out at those weird stores you talked about last week.
Correct.
Like, hey, Disney shirts,
Yeah,
for
you
$4, and they use that font. But up here, miles away from anyone who know Disney's associated with it, they put like Mickey and Donald on the side of a wall, and they're like, oh, there's $700,000.
yeah. Yeah. But I just when I read that I was like 700,000. First off, that is nothing
Here's the thing.
to them.
He knows what I don't know why I assume it's he. That person knew. That hacker knew.
Yeah.
And knew when he got caught he was going to get screwed.
Yeah.
Because I've worked in.
But you would think it'd be one or the other. I'm getting 3 years in prison,
Yeah.
or I'm spending $700,000.
Yeah.
It should have been like, listen, if you do this, you're gonna get 3 years in prison.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, that's fine. You're gonna pay $700,000.
watch your butthole, Peter.
Yeah. But you know what's weird though? He's probably a hero because you know how many people are. Yeah. You know how many people? But to add profanity to menus.
That seems a bit much.
That's too much. Okay. But to change prices, to be like, oh my God, do you mean today I can get this for 69 cents? I can get this filet mignon, you know what I mean? And just start going through. It's like, and he's doing the Mr. Burns. Excellent. You know what I mean? Where he's like, I'm going to break Disney. You're never going to break them, dude. They make $1 billion before breakfast.
right.
Okay. You're not going to break them. So, and again, if you
I'm
have
going
to
to put poopy on the menu.
Yeah.
It'll ruin them.
Winnie the Poop. Look what I just did to the menu. But my point is if you have to lawyer up against a company like that, anybody, if you have to lawyer up against Amazon, if you go, guess what? I'm going to show Amazon a thing or two. No, you're not. No, you're not. There's no way. I'm going to show Tesla what I really feel. No, you're not, because you do not have more money than those people. If you have to lawyer up against somebody like that, you are screwed. But to get 3 years in prison with it too. I found this. I'm sure there's more to the story, but like the Cliffs Notes of it just being funny to where it's like he hacked into their system. I don't know that their system's hackable. My guess is your former employee, your password probably still works.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's nobody hacking into their system. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I got to think you get your eyes set on something different.
Jerry, we got a few minutes left in this episode. I need you hacked into Disney by the end of it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm on it.
Yeah. Jerry comes
Prove this man wrong.
back. Yeah. He comes back. He's like, okay.
I'm in.
So what's weird is he goes, I know when Damon's going. I've raised all the prices on the menus.
I have raised all the prices, and I wrote, buy that checks out with Damon and Ted.
So Disney actually sends him a voucher. Here's a month stay at our best resort.
No.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, here's a 3-year stay
Yeah.
and
$700,000.
And you know who's paying for it?
Damn it. Yeah.
No, the guy.
Yeah.
the hacker.
Hey, we came into $700,000 and we
Yeah,
found
it's
3
literally
years of
just flipped over. Pay to the order of Jerry.
Yeah. Right. My friends call me Cash. If you
Yeah.
could just make it out to Cash,
Yeah,
we'd
can we get the
appreciate it.
cash?
Yeah. We would appreciate that. So here's my first fun fact of the day. Thomas Edison Jr. Now, I did not know there was a junior. Did you? Okay.
Was he also a D-bag?
He is right now. Listen to this. Sold a fake electric device in 1904 that claimed to cure deafness and boost intelligence.
What if he really wasn't even Thomas Edison Jr.? Hey, everybody, I got something. My old man, Tommy Edison, he did some stuff. I did some stuff, too.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me some money?
They're like, but you're Indian.
Yeah.
And you're like, but
You're African.
you're not. You don't look anything like Thomas Edison. I don't understand. Junior, you say?
Yeah, Junior, you say? I
Really?
would have believed 4
Yeah.
or 5.
Right.
You're a little further down the line a little
Right.
bit, but come on now.
But it says his famous father sued him to stop using the Edison name.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, get this. Junior agreed in exchange for a weekly allowance worth $1,000. Okay,
Wow.
listen. If you want me to change my last name from Paracchio to whatever you want to call me, and you want to give me $1,000 a week, first off, in today's money, that don't do nothing. Okay,
You wouldn't take $1,000 a week?
no, not
Just
change my last name. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
sign me up.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So I are you kidding me? I couldn't give you $1 million to take one L out of your last name. What are you talking about? Sell my last
Sign
name?
me up.
Yeah, sign me up. You're like, I wouldn't want to be Paracchio. I would do that for
I was like,
free.
Yeah, no.
You who in a box of
I don't
Twinkies.
think you see the loophole.
Yeah.
I just have to change my name to 1L Wilson.
Yeah.
People are going to spell it that way anyway.
Yeah. You're like,
And
everybody's right now.
And I get 52 G's? Come on. Come on.
You got to do it.
Gotta do it. Huh?
But again,
Now listen here, son. What I got to tell you is you got to stop using my name, son. I gave you my name. I put a junior on it. I didn't give you just my last name. I gave you my whole full name and put junior on it. But you know what you can't do anymore? You can't use it. You know why? Because you're a scumbag, son. You can't do it. All you had to do was rip people off and steal people's inventions. But
That's
now
it.
you couldn't do it.
That's
You
it.
had to make inventions that sucked.
you can't use my name. You could have done it with anybody's name. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
You could have done it with that nice name, Tesla.
I was going to say, you could have called yourself Nikolai Tesla.
Could have called
Jr.
yourself Nikolai.
I don't understand.
I would have accepted Nikolai Edison.
Right. Right.
No. Little Tommy Edison Jr. had to get smart, didn't he?
But
Guess
his
what?
device claimed to cure deafness and boost
Well,
intelligence.
that was the purpose of the phonograph. It was supposed to talk to the dead. And then he was
What?
like, "Oh, it plays records. Bonus." See, son, you make something that sucks but turns into something else. That's how you make money. Also, sue your kids.
I was gonna say when you play it backwards, it says it's like devil worshiping when you play it backwards. Remember all that when we were kids? If you play this backwards, if you play the Beatles album backwards,
Right.
it says, is it Chicago? There's one, yeah.
Oh, you hear what he said? He said,
Oh.
"Oweemawek."
Right,
He said, "Hack Disney. Put poopy on the menu board."
right.
The devil made me do it.
700,000. What does that mean? I don't even know.
Adequate.
Yeah. So here in there's a fish. This is another fun fact. This is fun. There's a fish.
Like you had to bring yourself back. Oh, this is a different.
No,
fun
because
fact.
I'm looking at this
point,
fish.
David.
This
Hold
fish
on,
is-
this is fun.
Look at this fish.
That is hideous.
Go ahead and read it as long as you're looking at it.
This fish, called the sarcastic fringe head that fights by smashing its mouth against its rivals. It looks like that female Muppet from the Muppet Band.
It does. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
What is her name?
I don't
Help me
know.
out here.
The blue one.
No, the blonde with the weird eyes and the
Oh, I know.
There's-
I can't think of her name.
I can't think
I
of
know
her
what you're talking
name
about though. But no, but it's funny when like if you're gonna get in a fight and you lead with your face, that's
Yeah.
probably not what you want
Yeah.
to do. You know what I mean?
they shouldn't call it the Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
How many movies does that guy just stick his face out, just take 40 punches before and he's like, "I'm just getting angry." No,
No, you're not.
you're getting
You're
mentally
getting-
destroyed.
You're getting concussed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're getting CTE.
You're getting brain dead. This one right here.
Yeah, it's Janice.
Janice, that's her name. Yeah, it does look like Janice. You're right. So
You think Janice fights with her face?
she should. So she should. She should. She should fight that wall. She should fight that wall with her face right now.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Someone thinks highly of himself.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that Muppet is hideous.
Okay, if I'm not more bangable than this Muppet right here, all right? This Muppet or
Hey,
me.
I got to tell you.
Who we banging?
That Muppet or you?
Yeah.
That Muppet hands down.
Really?
Every
First
single.
off, hands down, that Muppet don't work, okay? It only works hands up, all right?
Mac, move that to the end because that's the end of an episode. That's how you shut it down, everybody. I am literally on the floor at this point. Hands down,
just
that
call it
Muppet
early.
don't work.
I'm just saying.
Hands. He just said, everybody, he just said that if you put your hands down, a puppet doesn't work. It works on so many levels. I got to go home.
Did I just write comedic
Yeah,
genius?
I think you ended the whole podcast. We got to go
Yeah.
home. That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody, that checks out.
So anyway, I'm more bangable than that chick. All right, I'm
No.
just telling you right now.
No.
All right, I don't care how many fists are up my butt. I'm telling you right now, I'm more bangable than that chick. That's what happens.
Jerry, put your fist up his butt. Let's test this theory out.
Jerry's like, I'm still working on getting sued by Disney. I can only do so many things at one time.
I am sitting in this single chair.
I am one
by
man.
myself. I am not supposed to be touching any of the holes.
Yeah. We've had this talk, Jerry. Don't touch them. Okay. So
Oh, I'm going to touch it.
yeah, I want to touch it.
Oh, I'm going to touch that pig.
All right.
That's a different Muppet. That's a different Muppet.
Right.
That Muppet's still more.
You got to admit, hands down, I saw a look on your face was like, man, my guy. Hey, you've never been proud of me. I think you might have just been proud.
I was like, bruh.
Was that pride? Was that pride?
It was sad that you thought of it first. It was sadness.
All right. Next fun fact. All right. Lead with your face. In 1875, the Great Whiskey Fire of Dublin took the lives of 13 people.
Probably because they were like, I can save it.
None died from burns or smoke inhalation.
They're trying to drink it?
All succumbed to alcohol poisoning from drinking the whiskey flowing through the streets.
Yep, knew it.
Yeah.
I can save it. I got a place for it right in my mouth. Thank you, Jesus. I've got a mighty powerful thirst. I wonder what could help me. Kaboom! And just like a whiskey river.
You're like, we better get to the levee. Eugene Levy. And they just lay him down in the alley.
This river tastes funny.
Yeah. And my eyebrows are damp.
This river tastes like kissing me, Ma. Why you have a Southern grandma in Ireland? Don't know.
I don't know. That's
Don't know.
That's what we have. That's what we have.
Me, Ma.
Why do we have a secondary bangable Muppet on our screen? I don't understand. All right. It's gone now. So I like how you look, though. You're like, is it Muppet Pat?
Oh, I thought, is there a second Muppet?
There it is.
Yeah, much more bankable than you. Like, it's even got one of the uvula things, which is disturbing.
Much more bangable than you. You know what's weird? If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Yeah, right?
I'd have a shitload of nickels.
You'd have a bag load
I'd
of
have
nickels.
a sack of nickels. I could actually win a fight against that fish.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave with my sack of nickels.
Hey, and this is just today's sack. I got a whole Scrooge McDuck vault of nickels.
This is today's sack. All right, I'm just going to be honest with you. I have several sacks of nickels. This one right here that I'm going to start this fight with, today's sack. All right, this is today's sack.
You have sacks like my mom has emails.
Yeah.
Monday.
I got sacks on sacks.
Tuesday.
Bitch. Yeah. All nickels. All ready to be swinging. But yeah, no, I like how you called that too. You're like, okay, so they didn't burn up. No, they did not burn up.
They did not burn up.
They did not burn up.
I knew something was consuming the whiskey.
Yeah.
Did not
Yeah.
go bank on
They didn't drown either.
drinking it from
Yeah.
from the street. I thought they were trying to save it from the burning.
No.
Or I could save it. They're like on fire while trying to drink a flammable liquid. This isn't working.
Yeah. Dude, I got to pee like
Hey,
crazy.
everybody, I'm gonna hold back
Yeah.
from where I can see. This does not appear to be working.
Right.
I'm really not even that thirsty.
I could drink. I could drink.
Yeah. Can I get a round for the table?
I was going to say, yeah, this was on me, guys. It's flowing right down the alley.
As you're on fire. This one's on me, guys.
This was on me. All right. The fourth fun fact. Dutch captain Hendrik van der Decken
Oh, I think I say Hendrik Oven.
was cursed to sail forever.
Jerry got it.
What?
Dutch oven.
Oh, yeah, the Dutch oven. That would have been great, though. This oven, Dutch captain, yeah.
Dutch popcorn captain. Go ahead.
Do you smell popcorn? Captain
Do you smell me, everybody?
says it was cursed to sail forever after defying a deadly storm in 1641. The ghost ship, so you know the ghost ship, the
Yeah.
Flying Dutchman, okay? This ghost ship with a glowing hull and tattered sails became an omen of doom. Sailors who spotted the Flying Dutchman often met disaster shortly after. Now, I just watched Pirates of the
SpongeBob?
Caribbean.
Oh,
Pirates of the Caribbean, so I know all about this.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. The historical historical document. Sure.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the Flying-
Documentary.
He's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. But my point is if I saw a pirate ship, first off, I do at Disney because I love going there. Okay. Jerry, we still working on that? Change. He's like, listen, what restaurants are you eating at? Because I swear to God.
Jerry's literally taking a nap. Oh yeah, we're on it.
Yeah. Yeah. First off, Jerry's wearing a cardigan and we're on the sun. Okay.
Actually, I'm pretty comfortable. This
Huh?
fan, when
I don't have a fan on me. I have a fan in the doorway.
When this fan is actually pointing on me,
Yeah.
pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
We have recorded 350 plus episodes. This is the first time the fan has been exclusively on me.
I have no fan.
Pretty
I
comfortable.
have zero fan.
Pretty
whatsoever.
comfortable.
Yeah. I'm the most bangable Muppet in this
Now, I will say this.
room and I have no fan.
14 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Brian McIntosh said, "Hey, I don't want to turn the fan on you because it's just going to blow the hot air from the back of my computers on you."
Yeah.
It has been blowing me this whole episode.
And you feel refreshed.
Refreshing. I was the exact word I was going to use. So
Refreshed.
much it actually like rebooted my brain.
Really?
Exact word I was going to use. That's what just happened in my mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
But you know what didn't happen in my mouth? Anything to do with you because that Muppet is way more.
Yeah. Yeah. A Flying Dutchman? That's like a finishing move.
Now, if I'm
Give the
now,
Flying
if I'm a
Dutchman.
pirate, I'm like, how do I invent glow in the dark paint? Because I'm just going to paint my boat like glowing green. And yeah, just woo. Hey, you know what gets past these pirates? Ooh. Hide your earrings, everybody.
Yeah. That's a callback.
Callback.
It's from last
The
week.
last week.
So, but anyway, I thought that was kind of wild because I've heard of the Flying Dutchman because, like I said, I've seen Pirates. of the
As I'm looking over at the chair we don't mention.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Mac Studio? On his board, this is like and subscribe, that's behind the heads of almost everyone he takes pictures of, is our business card.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Dat
Checks out.
Dat checks out.
Yeah,
We'll probably get sued for that.
probably.
We'll probably get sued for that.
Yeah. Please write Nicole Paracchio on the bottom of that.
Yeah. Bye.
TM.
Bye, Jerry.
Yeah.
He's got the castle. He's got the whole Disney thing up there. It's like, dat checks out. All right. Now.
If you could somehow get that on the middle of somewhere's Facebook.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. They got money.
Yeah, they got money.
They got money.
Yeah, they got money.
Yeah, they got
They
money.
got tour money.
So, can we do, we have a sponsor.
Oh, a real sponsor? Or
Yeah.
like, hey, put up that Packer thing again.
We have one better than what we started with. Let's put it that way.
Put up that Go Pack Go thing.
So, Mac, if you would cue up that sponsor for us. All right.
Hit it, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Mac, if you queued up, hit it, Jerry.
Hit it, Jerry.
Yeah, I like that. He's got a guy. Go ahead, hit play.
Into a mechanic shop totally exposed. But you are exposed when you have no idea what's wrong with your car.
Pause.
You're just begging.
Pause. So the premise is, because this is, again, a audio-only podcast, is a topless woman walked in and said, you would never go into a mechanic shop totally exposed, but you are exposed. And then a thought balloon comes to her head. I have no idea what's wrong with my car. That guy doesn't care about your car right now. He's looking at boobs.
Right. Here, you want to know the best way to not overpay a mechanic? Walk in with your shirt off.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not good at fixing cars. I will find out what's wrong with your car, right? I will
Right.
rebuild the
Right.
transmission in this
Yeah.
car.
Hey, we got a waiter.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, too. Normally, you tell people, like, look, you need to wait in the waiting area. You need to wait right here
Yeah.
on the stool in front of my car.
Yeah,
In front
I'm
of
going to
your
need
car.
to ask you questions as I'm working on it.
Right. Are they real?
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
mean, the tires. Are the tires?
Yeah.
Are they new? Are they new?
Yeah.
How long can I touch them? The tires, because
Yeah.
the tires.
I
mean, the tires.
gotta flick them to make sure. I kick them. I gotta kick the tires. What did I say?
Yeah.
Boobs. What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Go ahead.
what?
Go ahead, hit play.
Him to rip you off when all you know is it makes a noise.
Pause.
Or
Pause.
might check in.
Woman in the beginning of the commercial, young, attractive, probably a model, or someone who probably has a OnlyFriends. And is
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to make $8?
Right.
Cut to the woman that is like driving the car. Now it's a grandma.
Yeah.
She has not only a shirt but a cardigan over it.
She's dressed like Mrs. Roper.
She's dressed like Jerry.
Right.
Like suddenly it's like, oh, you know what? This woman's not getting her car fixed because no one wants to see her boobs. That's basically what this commercial is telling you.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hold engine light is on.
Keep it pause for a second. What they're really telling you is, if you're this lady, you better diagnose it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. You can walk
Yeah.
in there and you can pull your skirt up if you want to.
Yeah.
You're, from the floor, your long dress.
And
You
that
pull
guy
it
just
up.
added another S line to the prepare bill.
yeah. He's like, ooh, I just added a comma. I just added a comma.
That's going to cost you 3 years and
Go ahead, hit play.
$7,000.
But now there's Motor Pulse. Motor Pulse is like having X-ray vision. You'll know exactly what's going on with your car.
Pause.
How?
Okay. If I had X-ray vision,
You'll know exactly.
I don't think I'd use it
Yeah.
to find out what's going on.
Also,
with my car.
yeah, and you wouldn't need
Hurt.
to have someone walk in with their top off.
Right. No. If I had X-ray vision and she walked in with her top off, I'd be like, I can see your soul. Put your top back on so I can see what I want.
Also, you're no longer a mechanic. Now you're a police sketch artist.
Oh, correct. Yes.
So they're round. The eyes? Yes, the eyes. What are we talking about? What's going on?
Yeah.
Boobs.
It's like that thing in Ted. Told you, Garfield, right here.
Yeah.
You know, you're just drawing it out. But no, I guess my big thought is it's telling you to scan it yourself. Now it'll give you a code.
Code,
Listen,
yeah.
I work in this industry. It'll give you a code.
No
It's not
one
gonna
likes
tell
a
you- It's not going to tell you
bragger.
what's wrong with your car. It's not going to diagnose your car.
Here we go. Hey, dummy, you're not wearing a shirt.
Right? Yeah. I can tell you what's wrong. You don't have a top on. All right. Go ahead, hit play.
Exactly what's going on with your car. How? Motor Pulse gives you all the information your mechanic gets because you use the same data port your mechanic uses. Motor Pulse
Wait,
sends
hold on.
real-time information
Pause.
to your
Plug into the same port your mechanic uses. Don't even clean it off. Just use the oil and lube he used. Plug right in that port. It'll tell you what's wrong with your car.
Well, the other thing is, so he plugs in that
Motor
port.
Pulse.
He plugs in that port. He also has an $80,000 toolbox.
Yeah.
And I don't know, 19 years of history
Yeah, the
of
ASE,
doing this.
right, yeah.
And ASC certifications.
Right.
Okay, this is like going to an attorney. This is like having Wade Watt
And
represent you.
It literally,
Okay?
like, the picture it shows, that the app on your phone, and it looks like it'll show you the dashboard from Knight Rider's kit.
Yeah. Hey, we got turbo boost.
It'll show you.
No, we don't.
Yeah, it'll show you turbo boost, ski mode,
Right.
ejector seat.
Yeah. Go ahead and play.
phone or tablet. You'll know if a problem is urgent or just routine maintenance,
They're
or if
all looking at
everything's
their phones
okay.
like, oh,
Even
I just
better,
jumped in my
Motor
pants.
Pulse gives you an
Pause. So it's going to tell you whether it's urgent, whether it's okay, or whether it's just routine maintenance. Listen, if the light comes on and we're going to learn something. This is a fun fact from David. If the light comes on and it's not flashing, it's safe to drive. Okay? If the light comes on and it's flashing, don't drive that car. You want to know why? You're about to buy a new one. Okay? Don't do that.
But I like how everyone looking at their phone. Oh, well, that's what it was?
So yeah.
Someone dumped in the gas tank.
Yeah, right.
How did you know, Motor Pulse? It smelled like shit.
The other girl's like, you don't have a shirt on. How did you know?
How did you know?
We have a front-facing camera. I don't understand. I've been looking at you the whole time. Go ahead, hit play.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
hold on. I think I was like, your estimated cost will be bull.
No. So it's 89 to 129. I can tell you right now.
For the part.
That don't cover an hour of labor. Okay, so I can tell you right now, no, that's not what your total is going to be. Not at all. But I love how they estimate. I estimate you will be upset when you get the real bill.
Right.
Okay,
I estimate these prices were recorded in 1971.
Yeah, but this ain't an old commercial. You
No,
can
but
tell.
I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
that's the price. Like,
Go ahead and hit play.
estimate of what a repair should cost. That puts you in charge. And when you're all done, you can clear the diagnostic codes yourself. No need to visit the dealership at all. Order in the next 10 minutes and receive a second Motor Pulse
Why?
with the included app free.
Why do you need
Just
two?
pay separate processing and handling.
I've got a second car. I bet this first Motor Pulse won't fit in it.
Yeah. You know what's weird? If I drive around in a car that has a light on so much I need to leave one plugged in, there's a problem. I should probably see somebody besides Motor Pulse. Okay?
That's like saying if you buy one garbage disposal, you get two. I only have one sink.
Yeah.
Am I putting this in the shower?
Put it on the other side. Put it on the other side.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Put it in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Now you can take a steamer right in the
Right,
bathroom.
right.
You can just stomp it right down.
Yeah,
there.
you don't even have to waffle stomp.
Yeah, you don't have to waffle.
Don't
stomp
have to waffle stomp.
That'll
The
go right
drain
down.
will take care of it for you.
Yeah.
Now that's a real far callback.
Okay, so now I'd like to thank our only sponsor of the day.
Motor Pulse.
Yeah. I can't believe you did that to me. And you knew better, Mac.
Oh, he was giddy.
Oh, so you knew about it ahead of time too?
He
You
said
didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was. Yeah, he said. Well, first off, he's like he got here 4 seconds before you did. And he had to do his job, which was queue up the 3 videos you sent.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know if Damon's going to do one for the second one because there's which I didn't understand at first because we didn't have one last week.
Right.
So like, why don't we do it last week? But it's because of the timing. Because
Right.
Anata Moose's birthday is coming up. But he was like, it's just a sponsor. But that's all he said.
Yeah.
So I didn't know I didn't know it looked like we were going to be reading a book report.
No, this episode will come out on my birthday. That's why he did that. He did it on purpose. It'll come out on my birthday. It's a Monday. So yeah,
Your
it'll
birthday's a moon day?
Yeah.
Someone's
the
got a
19th.
case of the moon days.
All right, so now I have a TCO,
Oh, good.
WTF, with TED.
With TED.
Okay. So I hope
Is
you're
it the
ready.
same rules as last week?
Huh? No, you this is a little bit longer read, but you're gonna go
But
ahead.
don't process, just read?
Don't process. Just
Don't
read.
process.
You can
just
read the headline first if you want, then you can go from there.
Okay, I'm covering at the bottom. This is a misconnection posted a day ago from whenever this was like saved.
Yeah.
You farted in Kroger yesterday. Man for woman, 31, Midtown.
Yeah.
All right, everyone ready for this? It's someone farted in Kroger yesterday.
Misconnection.
Age 31.
Okay.
You were the tall brunette with near perfect body that farted in the bread section last night. I was the tall guy next to you that looked over and asked, "Was that you?" You quickly replied, "No, it wasn't me." You almost seemed insulted, I would ask. As the stink grew, you continued to deny your flatulence, but it was evident. I tried to get rid of the stench by waving 2 loaves. Actually, it says loaves. 2 loaves of ciabatta bread. Can spell ciabatta, can't spell loaves.
I was gonna say you might want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do a multiple of loaf?
right.
That's loaves. But go ahead.
Let's back up to get back at the story. As
Yeah.
the stink grew, you continued to deny your flatulence, but it was evident. I tried to get rid of the stench by waving 2 loaves of ciabatta bread. You proceeded to storm off in an angry manner. You are beautiful, and even more. Even if you are. God, I can't read this. It's behind your picture.
Oh.
Even if you were a liar and fart like a Clydesdale, I'd love to meet up.
So you're right. A couple things.
First,
Loaves.
First, you're in Kroger, right?
Yeah.
There's a beautiful woman next to you. You hear, was that you?
Yeah. That's not my response.
Immediately you go, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it slide.
Yeah.
Act like it didn't affect you. And be like, oh, what a gentleman. Didn't mention that I just blew his face off with my
Yeah.
with my popcorn.
Right.
Or like be like, hey, can you believe that old lady?
Yeah.
Like point to her, like
You-
point to someone else.
You fall on the grenade. If you're the only two in the aisle, you look at her and you go, "Excuse me." That's all you do. You
I-
man up and you go, "Excuse me."
I can only apologize.
Yeah.
Because your fart got lost in my eyes.
Yeah. You know why my eyes are watering?
You,
Mostly because of your stench.
I have stolen your fart heart. What are we talking about?
But
But
again,
then he's like, I tried to be discreet by waving around 2 large loaves of bread.
Yeah.
Ciabatta bread.
yeah. By the way, I Googled
And-
ciabatta, so I know how to spell it, but I didn't Google the
Google
plural for loaf.
Just throw an S on that bitch, baby. You were so hot.
Send it. Yeah.
I also noticed you were tall. You notice how I noticed you're tall? It didn't take long for the stench to hit my face.
Right.
I got a request and dedication going out to the tall lady in Kroger that smells like a dumpster.
Yeah.
This one's for you.
She's a dumpster fire. Oh my God, I missed her so bad. But you're right. So he did spell ciabatta correctly.
I know.
I mean, very appropriate. Either that or he buys a lot of ciabatta bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe he fans his own farts.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, when
I
it's,
use the most effective bread, and I know. Because whenever I walk around, it's ciabatta for me.
even if you
I
are
buy a lot of ciabatta.
even if you are a liar, or fart like a Clydesdale.
Now, does he know what a Clydesdale fart's like?
I don't know. You
I
imagine
think-
he
yeah.
was at like the Budweiser brewery and he hears somebody, he looks and he goes, "Was that you?" And it's like,
He goes, sir, why are you bringing that in? I understand there's Clydesdale here, and so I'm going to need to bring in this ciabatta.
yeah, yes, 4 loaves.
Yeah.
Look, they're significantly larger than the woman that farted in the bread aisle. So I'm going to have to bring these.
My God, woman, you are breathtaking.
Yeah, so BYOC.
And by breathtaking, I mean your farts
yeah,
stink.
it took my breath away. When I saw you, it took my breath away.
Yeah. You know that
I mean,
song?
literally.
You know that song from Top Gun? It's about your farts.
Yeah, Berlin wrote a song just about
yeah,
you.
you got it. You did
Yeah,
it right
I know
there.
exactly what you're doing. Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with that one. So, but no, I just kind of thought I like your point, and you should fall in the grenade.
Yeah.
It's not, was that you? Never.
Immediately, is that you?
Never.
And then when she's like, no, it wasn't. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure?
Wait a minute.
I'm going to stare at you while I wave it away with bread.
Yeah.
This will make you fall in love with me.
You like ciabatta bread? Makes a
You
great
like
fan.
ciabatta bread?
Makes a great fan.
This particular bread smells like ass.
Yeah. Don't buy
I
this
suggest
loaf.
we put these
Yeah,
down
Don't buy these
and
loaves.
get 2 new ones. Yeah, don't buy these loaves. Let's get 2 new loaves.
These loaves are tainted. Okay.
Oh, tainted love, yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, just if we could make this love
Can we
connection,
find this?
I would love for this to happen.
I'm sure she's like, you know what? I got to put in a Google remind me if anyone mentions Kroger. Because I need to find that man.
Well, the other thing is, realistically, if your love connection, I mean, I would, yeah. Is there anything else you did that might have stood out? I mean, I realize this is like a once in a lifetime, but what woman's going to answer this?
What is this,
ad?
Firehouse?
Yeah,
Finally found the fart
yeah, of a lifetime.
of a lifetime.
So, but yeah, it was breathtaking. So, all right, strange story time.
Strange stories.
Horny woodpecker
All right.
is vandalizing cars in Massachusetts.
How do they know it's how do they know it's horny?
Yeah.
And are we sure it's a woodpecker? What evidence do we have?
It says Rockport, Massachusetts is usually a quiet town sitting on the shores of the Atlantic Ocean. Since early spring, however, strange things have been afoot in town.
Strange things at the Circle K.
Yeah, loafs. Loafs. Starting late February, someone started vandalizing cars around Rockport. When leaving for work in the morning, people started finding that someone had broken their car's side mirrors or windshields. And it wasn't just a couple of incidents either.
Still don't know how this translates to a horny woodpecker.
To date, at least 25 vehicles have fallen victim to the vandal. Yet one of the strongest things was that nobody had spotted anything or anyone suspicious, nor did the culprit leave any traces or clues around the vehicle. It was as if he could descend from the skies, break the mirror, and then fly away.
Birds.
Yeah. Turns out it's exactly what he was doing. That's because the vandal's not a person. It's a pileated woodpecker. What's that word mean?
I don't know. We have a guy.
What's pileated mean, Jerry? It's Pileated. Pileated. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Pileated, pileated, polluted. Pileated woodpecker. Oh, that was an actual thing where it says pileated woodpecker. Maybe that's a type of woodpecker then. Let's go with that, huh? Type of woodpecker.
Gotcha.
All right. It says caught red-headed. Oh, yeah. See, there he is. That's exactly what the picture looks like on my phone. Okay. Caught red-headed. Rockport resident Janelle Favarlo, 59, was one of, if not the first person in town to identify the rampaging car vandal. After both mirrors of her car got smashed, this guy smashed both her mirrors. Dude, you know how smashed works really twice there? Think about it.
Yep. With you.
Smashed. All
Yep,
right.
yep.
That's a good verb.
Yep.
Good verb to pick. All right. So this guy smashed her mirrors. She at first suspected her husband, who in turn blamed her son. Okay, it sounds to me like you have a family of scumbags. Just like,
Yeah.
whoa, wasn't me.
Oh,
Shaggy?
how many vehicles? It's probably the kid. My husband would not last that long.
You ever seen the one? You ever seen the meme where the dad goes out in the morning and he sees the handprints and the butt prints on the hood of the car in the dust and dirt, and he tells the kid, he goes, look, I don't want to know what you're doing because you're a teenager, but you shouldn't be doing that stuff on mom's car. And he goes, Dad, I didn't borrow mom's car. So it's one of those things. Where it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, maybe mom's doing it. But like when I hear that stuff, it makes me laugh. So anyway, says when her brother-in-law's car.
Dad, I was with you last night.
Again, son, it
We
was
were-
wrong. It was wrong.
We were breaking windshields and side mirrors. Do you not remember this?
We were dressed like woodpeckers.
I was just going to say, you made me dress up like a woodpecker,
You
Dad.
made me come out of that tree.
I learned it from watching you.
I air humped that mirror for a half hour till it fell off that car.
I begged you to let me stop.
You kept pushing me, saying, just get in there, do it. But it says,
Hey, now.
when her brother-in-law's car, parked next to the door from her house, got vandalized, this time she saw the culprit perching on top of the car. Would have been great if this was this kid in a pecker costume. You're like, okay.
All right.
You're right, it was our son. We're going to need to find out where he bought this 6-foot woodpecker
This
costume.
raises more questions than it answers.
I really wish it wasn't our son. I wish you were so wrong.
I had questions.
Yeah.
I now have different
I have
ones.
more.
I have different questions now.
Yeah. Those were answered.
Yeah.
Now I have new ones.
Those were immediately answered
Yeah.
and replaced.
Okay, so it says there's been a vandal breaking vehicle mirrors. Now this is what's weird. He's described as 18 to 24 inches tall. There is no woodpecker. If I saw an 18-inch tall woodpecker, I would freak
I'd be like,
out.
Whoa.
First off, you're almost an owl. Okay.
First off, you'd be like, I've never seen a pecker that big.
Yeah, so it seems adequate. That thing could knock a mirror. That could smash a lot of mirrors. Hey-o! Hey, you're not topping the Muppet line. You can lean back and say whatever you want to anybody. You're not. I got this episode. I won. Okay.
Why are we still going?
Loser. So anyway, says yeah. Soon the comments from her neighbors started pouring in, and now they knew what they had to look for.
That's a sustainable note.
What's that?
That
It's very
yeah,
very
that
long
one for
at
a
the
while.
end.
Yeah. Again, something you've never heard.
Adequate.
That's a sentence I've heard.
Can't
people
believe that
use.
lasted so long.
People use that
Never.
sentence.
I don't
I've
even know. I've
I don't
never
know.
heard that.
What are we talking about?
If I had a sack of nickels for every time I heard that, I would have no nickels. Okay.
I would have to give back all my nickels.
Yeah. I would literally lose all my sacks of nickels from the other stuff that I've been doing.
Oh, I had so many nickels.
Oh my God. What am I going to hit that fish with?
I don't have anything to carry this many nickels.
How am I going to smash a mirror off a car if I don't have a sack of nickels?
Guess I'll use my face.
That's callback. All right, listen.
All right. Hold on. Serious time, everybody.
So it says here we're gonna fast forward. It says it's wildlife, so you really can't do a whole lot about it. But I think you have to look at it with a sense of humor. She told People Magazine. People Magazine. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. There's a 18 to 24 inch pecker taking out windshields. I'm on it. Hey, woodpeckers. They're just like us.
Yeah. Only hung and destroy cars. Wow. Yeah. That's my wife look at me like, he's just like you, Damon. Just only he's
The editor's like, was there no one eating at a restaurant? Was there no like Oscar party or something? Why is this a thing? Hey, you know what we could put in the slice of life? Like everybody gets a laugh.
Yeah.
Murderous woodpeckers
Yeah. With huge, never mind. So anyway,
with huge beaks.
focus on the peckers. Okay, let's focus on the peckers.
Leave the wood alone.
Yeah.
Focus on the pecker.
Yeah. Hold the wood plus the pecker.
You find out that whatever port,
Yeah.
Massachusetts,
Rockport, yeah.
Rockport is just full of woodies,
Yeah.
like the Woody station wagon.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Hey, was the Woody station wagon in town?
Was that-
Convention in town? Hey, how did you guys know?
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Did you not? The whole thing's about woodpeckers. How did you not put this together?
I was just saying Massachusetts, isn't that where they film like this whole house? That's probably what's going on.
Yeah, Norm's in there.
Yeah.
The ghost of Norm is like, I died. Look what happened.
But I love, so this, we'll end here, but it says, as long as insurance covers the damage, we suppose, that's all that matters.
Could you imagine filing that claim?
How do you call that in?
Yeah.
Okay, I just watched a bird smash my mirror.
I'm like, hey, what did 25 you guys get together? Decide to tell this story about woodpeckers? Get out of here. Get out of here. We're not buying you a new car.
We know it's her son.
Yeah. We know it's your son. You're not getting a new car. Get out of here.
Why did you put that accent? What, Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Is that why you went there?
Yeah.
I like that.
You're welcome. We know it's her son, all right?
What
You know, I know.
Now you're
'cause-
Sylvia
yeah,
Brown.
because I'm Sylvia Brown. I knew this doesn't sound like birds at all. This sounds like her son. You know who couldn't do this? Ted, when Chad Daniels was on the line.
So what's great though is she goes to type about it on Facebook. HIPAA. You can't talk about it.
Hey, we got you, bro.
Yeah. Where can they find us, Dad?
You can find us in Rockport, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Knocking out windows.
Smashing mirrors.
Smashing mirrors. And we mean both versions.
Yeah.
Because if Damon sees
It's
a
a
mirror,
verb.
if Damon sees a mirror, you know he's smashing. It's a verb. Hey, don't forget to come down to Audio High Podcast Studio. Talk to
Smash her
Brian.
ass. Oh, I'll smash that Muppet.
All the other stuff I say at the end. Jerry's alive. We're the executive producers. Come on down, do your own podcast, whatever. That checks out. WDT, all that stuff. We got merch. Catch you next time. This episode is not mine. Hands down, Damon won this episode.